Did you know Nipsey Hussle at all?
Yes.
I've interviewed him before. Good dude. Nothing but good things to say about him. But on March 31st, 2019, he was killed in his own neighborhood by a fellow Rollin 60s Crip, Eric Holder. When you heard that, I remember I was in LA. That was a very dark day in LA. How did you feel when you first heard that news?
I was hoping that he would survive.
Yeah, we all did.
I was hoping he survived. I have a cousin. She does a lot of work with celebrities, so she would help them get dressed for Grammys, Emmys, whatever. And we were at our family house, and she told me, she said, oh, they just shot Nipsey or whatever, and she'd start crying. I said, nah. So I have a friend that's a police officer, and I called him, and he said, I know why you calling me, Skipp. Yeah, he died. And I said, no, he didn't. He just got shot. He said, Skipp, he's dead. And I was like, wow. I said, you at work? You there? He said, no, I'm off. But he said the gang unit already called me and told me that it happened. So it was heartbreaking. I was torn between, shit, I'm not from 60s, but, you know, I mean, I didn't know him where we talk all the time. I didn't have his phone number. We really talked twice, and I really missed the opportunity to get to know him because of my own, I won't say insecurities, but my own perception of who he was. So when I met him, at the time he had a manager that I knew very well, and I called the manager about something, and he told me where they were. He said, man, I'm on Slauson and whatever. No, Stocker. He was on Stocker and La Brea. So when I came out there, he was posting stuff about his mixtape. He was hitting all the trees and stuff and, you know, advertising his mixtape.
Yeah.
And so his manager said, man, that's the next Tupac. I said, what? And when I went to shake his hand, he gave me 2 fingers and a thumb. I said, I'm neighborhood Nip. So at that point, I'm like, you know Tupac to me. You're a skinny dude with an S hat on. You're a gray and blue Pendleton. You're a Rollin 60, you're not Tupac. So I didn't know who he was going to become. I just knew at that moment he gangbanging on me, and I don't want to be a part of it. What's his name? Got killed in Florida, Sanford, Florida. Trayvon Martin got killed. So the family came to Crenshaw High School, and I'm part of the Southern California Ceasefire Committee. So we're up there, we're going to march, and then there's going to be a panel. And they said Nipsey Hussle was going to be on the panel. So I'm sitting out here putting out fires, stopping kids from killing each other. There are mothers whose children been murdered, who didn't get the coverage that Trayvon Martin got. So when I seen Nipsey again, you know, we spoke, shook hands, but I didn't stop to talk to him. He wasn't the famous Nipsey Hussle to me. Now he's making music, making moves, so people want him because he's from that area. Mm-hmm. And I just felt a certain kind of way. I felt like he's not out here with us in the middle of the night when the mothers are crying because their kids get killed. He's not out here with us when I'm asking somebody to sit down, put their gun down, and they saying, no, I'm going to get revenge, you know, and I'm arguing with him. You know, he wasn't out here boots on the ground with us. So I didn't know that he had a plan of building out the city the way he did and helping his community. So I missed the opportunity because of my own perception of who he was.